How close are you to actually leaving in the wacky weekend? I would never leave, but I would be upset about it. Like, my upsetness was very real, but I would never leave. I'm not like, I just like to make it known that I'm upset, and then I'm like, all right, I'll come back now. All right, what's up? Are you gonna prank Chris in the next wacky weekend? I feel like this could be an arms race of being diabolical to each other. And look, Chris makes it out that doing water sports is akin to being waterboarded, which I don't think that's very fair. I feel like I'll like occasionally make Chris do something uncomfortable. I'll be like, all right, here's like I've got him a seat that can't recline more than 40 degrees. He's like, unbelievable. What I'll do to him will be, will make Stalin look nice. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess wacky weekend no food challenge. It's all good fun though. I don't mind. I think it's good fun. I think the videos, ultimately the videos are really good, and that's all I care about, and I think that's what matters. And I like that there is a narrative that people can, you know, watch these wacky weekends and come in for a first-time viewer and be like, oh, this is fun, and then if you've watched 15, you could be like, oh, I remember everything very well. Wacky weekend all salad meals. I should make it an itinerary that is like pretty good, but specifically tailored for that Chris would hate. I really wanted to do this one wacky weekend that Chris absolutely refused to do. There was, I thought it would be fun. There was this hotel in like Kobe that the doors were sealed with like zip ties, and it was like $5 a night, and it looked like something out of a horror movie. It's phenomenal. It's like literally the scariest looking hotel I've ever seen of all time. Dude, look at this. Look at this one. Okay, this is fucking diabolical. Look at these images. I think it looks fucking sick, dude. I recognize... Dude. I want to go here so bad. These like the rooms. And then this is how you like open your door. Dude, this is like Resident Evil IRL. Isn't this crazy? Dude. So it's $9 a night as well. That looks far worse than the jail. Yeah, I mean, it is. You're with Chris on this one? Tell me this would not be the ultimate revenge. I don't mind though. Like, I feel like it's so like insane that I think I would enjoy it out of the fact of like, it's almost like, oh my God, this is so absurd. That's a real wacky weekend right there. Now that's a real wacky weekend that I can get behind. 100% stinks. Oh my God, just like, as a viewer, would it not be the best thing ever? And like, I'm picturing this as like my enjoyment, but as well from a viewer perspective. Imagine the joy on Chris's face. Sorry, the reaction that Chris gives. It would be generational reaction. Think about it from that perspective. Not about safety, not about like, you know, is it clean enough? Don't worry about that. Think about the final weekend. Think about Chris's the absolute like similes we would get out of Chris. Not even the Chernobyl elephants would compare to this. Like, we'd get such good comparisons. It'd be phenomenal. I would love it. It would be peak wacky weekend. And then Chris would like, Chris's next wacky weekend in return would be like, I've taken him to the Nutty Putty cave or something. Well, you wanted a interesting accommodation, so I've rented out the Nutty Putty cave. And I'm like, oh no, head first challenge. Like, oh God, like, oh God. It would just like escalate. It would be so funny.